Hello, hello, welcome to my space. I hope you are doing well. So listen, before we get into a tarot spread, I wanted to talk to you about a phrase that I heard. So it is not a phrase of mine, it is not my concept. I cannot find right now the name of the lady who said it. I'm still searching. If I can find it, then I will put it in the description box to give her credit. And it was the difference, she was talking about the difference between, she said, you didn't get over it, you got through it. And I think that it's such a beautiful way of describing the difference between someone just going through experiences in life and not learning the lessons, not healing, and somebody who is healing. The difference it is that somebody who is healing, they are going through it. What does it mean? They allow themselves to feel whatever they need to feel. And it immediately made me think, about those situations where you just had a breakup. And so you might have friends around you saying, no, you have to get back into it, go and date somebody else, and you will see, you will get over it. Yeah, and so what? So this is not healing, right? This is avoidance. This is numbing. This is putting to the side. This doesn't teach you any lessons, right? And in the past, I couldn't express, when people were telling me that, I wanted to express to them how stupid what they were saying was, in fact, because it is not helpful. But I couldn't find the words, and now I have the words. The idea, it is not to get over it. It is to get over it after having gone through it. This is the important part. Getting through it, allowing yourself to feel what you need to feel, because when you allow yourself to feel, you also get an understanding about you, about your wounds. For example, basic example, okay? People who are people pleasers, until they get to the place of resentment and allow themselves truly to feel the resentment, they cannot understand that, in fact, the reason why they might be resentful, it is because at the end of the day, even if they are happy to help and support others, they are somehow denying themselves and their own needs for others. And it is when others don't do the same for them as they do for other people that they feel the resentment. But this is the thing. If you avoid feeling the resentment, if you just say, okay, I'm done with you, and I'm moving forward, then you don't get the answers. And then you don't make the changes that are necessary in order to heal, right? So anyway, I thought that this phrase was absolutely genius, and so I wanted to share it with you. It is not about going over it, it's about going through it. And when you go through it, then when you get over it, you get over it stronger, healed, not putting just another layer of hurt that won't stop, because at the end of the day, you didn't grow from the situation, right? So, this being said, let's get into a reading. Let's see what are the messages that we are getting right now. What we are supposed to talk about. What is happening around us. What is happening in our lives. Let's see. Back together. Unsent text. I'm putting my glasses on. Back together. This is the setting. Unsent text. Okay. Curated image. Once again, backstabbed. It turned. Okay. numbing out. What were we just talking about? Family feud. Okay. Court dates, test results, and dirty laundry. We have cards that are coming back over and over again. Okay. With this unsent text in the second position, I kind of feel here that we might be talking about a connection, a relationship, something like that, that has ended without closure, right? This is what I feel here. I kind of feel that somebody here wants to reconnect because they realized at the end of the day that you never backstabbed them. I don't know why they thought that you backstabbed them, but I kind of feel here fourth position. I kind of feel that this is what's going on here. They thought that somebody backstabbed them when they did not. But here's the issue, right? This numbing out, it is in the fifth position. This is where you truly make a change in your destiny. And related to what we spoke about before, we had someone here, apparently that you had some kind of separation. We might be talking about a romantic relationship, but it doesn't have to be, right? It can be anything. It can be family. We have family feud here, right? It can be business, it can be a friend, it doesn't matter, right? But when there was this issue in the relationship, what they did was wanting to put it to the side, going over it, not going through it. So they didn't do anything, no closure, nothing. With this curated image here, I kind of feel that somebody was trying to maintain some kind of narrative. This is what I feel here. And so instead of truly getting into whatever needed to be worked on, they did not. They put their energy in maintaining their image, maybe pretending that you have backstabbed them, maybe, but they didn't do the work, they didn't heal, they didn't change, they didn't try to understand truly what was the issue, none of it. So they might be drinking too much or something like that, right? We have the family feud, so it might be that we are talking now about your family, or it might be that now the family is realizing that while somebody pretended that you backstabbed them and you didn't, that they are not happy about it, right? We have this core date, seventh position. This is the lesson, right? This is somebody is going to grow, wanting it or not. As we understood already here, it was someone who thought that they could put whatever they wanted to the side. It doesn't exist. With the core date, it is kind of saying, yeah, no, it does exist. It does exist, and you will have to take accountability, responsibility, to be honest. You know, when we have courts, we are supposed to be honest, right? Test results. I kind of feel here, there is here this image of a pregnancy test. It doesn't have to be about pregnancy. For me, what it means here, it is that there might have been an investigation and that the proofs are there, right? The proofs are there. And seeing this dirty laundry at the end, first, it is telling me here with the curated image and the test result and the core date, it is kind of telling me here that there is some kind of dirty laundry that is coming up. And I'm kind of if we are talking here about a romantic relationship, for example, I kind of feel that this person might want to come back together somehow, to avoid all of this, right? To somehow maintain this curated image. You know, it's like somebody who shared a narrative in which you backstab them, and it comes out now that you didn't backstab them at all. And so they are playing the card, oh, I truly thought that they they backstab me, and now I realize that it's not the case. So you know what? So if they didn't backstab me, so I need to have them back. You know, but I kind of feel that it's like last option here. You know, I kind of feel that they absolutely knew that they backstabbed you. By saying that you backstabbed them when you didn't, right? With this curated image. It's all about avoidance and ego. This is what it is. Yeah. So we will get deeper into that. We will get into the tarot, get a little bit more information. I'm looking, what deck do I want to use here? Let's use the classic tarot. Okay, just a reminder, this is a collective reading, which means that it is a group reading, which means that it might be for you, it might be partly for you, and it might not be for you. So please, take what resonates, leave the rest. Don't take on yourself a story that is not yours. I am here in order to give you a little bit more information, insights, or confirmation about something that you are already aware of. If I'm talking about masculines or feminines, I am not especially talking about the gender, but the energy from where someone is operating, so apply it however it applies to the roles in your life, and this can be past, present, or future. So let's see, tell me more about this situation here. Okay, this turn when I try to take... Yeah, somebody here feels that they are losing. I saw the Empress, but it turned kind of when I tried to take the card. So I'm not taking it out. But they might feel that they are losing. Wait, can you see? Yeah. Can you see? Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Empress might represent the collective, right? Tell me more here, please. Yeah, somebody's totally closed off. Totally closed off. Yeah, I kind of feel that somebody doesn't want to answer questions. Yeah. Let's see, tell me more here. Yeah, they don't want to answer questions about their foolish behavior in the past, reckless behavior. They should have thought what they were doing, but they did not. They were just acting. This is someone jumping without a parachute, you know, without watching what's happening down. Yeah. Okay. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, they did a very, very sloppy job here. Yeah, because we are talking here about someone who tried to avoid their feelings and maintain some kind of image. And so I kind of feel, you know, that's the... They might have lied, you know, about some kind of result about something. Okay. Yeah, very sloppy job, taking stupid risks. Stupid risk. They are blocked now. They are losing. And they don't want to answer to questions. They are angry. You understand? They are closed off here. They are angry. They don't want to hear. They don't want to know. But I kind of feel that they won't have any choice but to answer. Yeah. You know what we might be talking about? We might be talking about people here who have believed lies about you, right? And so we might be talking about friends, for example, right? Oh, thank you. Okay, so listen, no. Somebody has said that you wanted to go back together with them, right? We already saw it over and over again. Somebody selling a false narrative about the reality and even making fake proofs about it, right? So somebody has pretended that you wanted to go back together with them, right? You might not have done anything after the separation, right? But they might have pretended that you were desperate, that you sent text, that you were connecting with them in a way or another. I don't know. But at the end of the day, it was all in order to preserve their image, right? Avoid saying what truly happened. And I kind of feel here with the backstabbed in reverse that people are realizing that you never backstabbed them, right? What they might have said that you did. Because the foundation here now is being restored by the fact that, in fact, there is this awakening that you never backstabbed someone here, right? So this person was just pretending something in order to avoid feeling whatever they needed to feel. We might be talking here about someone who has a kind of um, rejection wound, something like that, so they didn't want to touch it. So instead of going through it, they wanted to go over it. And so it didn't exist. No, this person wants me back. Absolutely not. You don't know everything. This person is desperate for me. I don't want them because they backstab me. But it was all fake. It's not true. You didn't backstab anyone. Yeah, they were just trying to numb themselves. And with this family feud, I kind of feel here. The court date is here. This is justice. Justice is here. And there are proofs of the truth. And those proofs are creating a lot of turmoil, a lot of conflict. People are not happy. They understand now that they have been sold lies. And we might be talking about the family of this person, and we might be talking about your family, right? And now the dirty laundry is coming out. And yeah, they lost. They still don't want to answer to questions here. I kind of feel here, I'm looking at this Four of Cups, and I kind of feel the Hermit in reverse. Someone trying to protect themselves at all cost. It might be in the past when they were trying to create this curated image, pretending that you want them back, that you are desperate for them, but that they don't want you because you backstab them. It's possible, and this is how they got here into this situation, acting like a total fool, not thinking about the consequences of their actions. Yeah, making a very, very sloppy job here. With the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I kind of also feel that now we have these test results and the dirty laundry coming out because I kind of feel that they were so sure that people would eat up their narrative, that they didn't even protect themselves the right way. And now they have totally lost control over the situation. The Chariot in reverse. They cannot move forward. Yeah. They are not innocent. There is here someone of authority that knows that they are not innocent. They are not. You know, it might be a situation, for example, where they backstabbed you and they used your reaction to their backstabbing. Like not explaining the story from the beginning, that in fact they backstabbed you. And then you might have done something in order to protect yourself, for example, right? And so they took this without explaining that it was a reaction to their backstabbing, right? And so now the real story is coming up, that they started the story where it was comfortable for them. But they didn't say that whatever you might have done was in fact a reaction to their backstabbing. No, this they didn't say. They didn't backstab you in their narrative, right? Yeah, so now a person here of authority understood that they are not innocent. They pretended to be innocent. They pretended that you were the bad guy in the situation when you are absolutely not. Tell me more here, please. What should the collective be aware of this situation? Yeah. You took distance because they hurt you. They backstabbed you. Yeah, you had to grieve. You had to take distance and you had to grieve. There was no back together. You went through it. You didn't try to get over it. You went through it. This is grief. This is grief. Okay. Tell me more here, please. Yeah. They backstabbed you. This brought you clarity. This brought you clarity. And you decided to grieve and heal. You understood that this person was not acting from a place of kindness, of love, of empathy. None of that. None of that. So you had to grieve this connection totally. For you, there was never back together. There was none. Because you saw the truth. Yeah. And this person has sold a totally different narrative. And you know, at the end of the day, what is happening? It is that you went through it, right? You went through it. So you are getting out on the other side, but you healed. You learned. You gained awareness, self-awareness, right? They didn't. While you were putting your energy into healing, crying, accepting, grieving, they did not. They put their energy in trying to numb themselves, trying to maintain some kind of image here. This is what they did. Try to avoid the fact that they backstabbed you. So time has gone by, you are at the other side of it, but you went through it. They did not. They didn't evaluate, they didn't heal, none of that. All that they were trying to do It is trying to maintain this curated image, putting no energy in trying to understand why they are doing what they are doing. This person didn't change. They didn't learn. They didn't heal. None of it. They are still totally disconnected from their heart space. All they are doing in their life, it is putting their burdens on other people. This is what they are doing. They are never the villain in their story. Never. Tell me more here, please. Yeah. You took the time to heal. This is healing, and this is awareness, self-awareness, taking the time to understand. This is going through it. This is the hermit, it is going through it. You didn't avoid the pain. You didn't. Yeah. Let's see, let's get a little bit more information here. Tell me more here. Yeah, listen. Now people are seeing things from a very new perspective because they understand that whatever story has been made about you, this person never said what they did. That all that they were trying to do is somehow preserve their ego, and they lied. And they lied, and now they are going through justice because the proofs are there that they lied, that they tried to hide, numb, and hide their dirty laundry. Right? I said they might have created false proofs. They might have hid their part of the story. This is truly what I feel here. They have hid what they have done. Right? People see things differently now. It is all backfiring. Yeah, it is backfiring. I don't know how this person truly thought that... yeah, I know. I kind of feel that this person thought... Because there is a main difference here, right? We are talking here about someone who is all numb and ego-driven, right? And so, because this person, I kind of feel that they have smear campaign you, they have tried to humiliate you, right? And they, if they would be humiliated, they would hide. They would hide. This is what they would do. They would be totally heartbroken, right? Obsessively thinking about it, and they would hide. Except that you are not operating from ego. You are operating from your heart space. So first of all, why should you be ashamed because of their fucked up behavior? You have nothing to be humiliated about, right? It's not that you did something that I guess that you consider humiliating. Yeah, maybe you were too complacent, too tolerant, too loving, too accepting. Yeah, maybe. But is this a reason to be humiliated? No, for you not. For them, yes. Because we are talking here about someone who takes rejection as backstabbing. Because it hurts their ego, right? Because they take rejection as the ultimate betrayal. How dare you, right? Their ego cannot handle it. Yeah, it's backfiring. You block them. People are seeing things from a very, very different perspective now. Tell me more here, please. Yeah, this... the judgment card. Did you see how it came out? How it turned? Yeah, people had a very, very wrong idea about the reality of the situation. It's turning. It's turning. Judgment Day is here. Yeah, they judge the situation very, very wrongly because they were sold a very wrong narrative. And we have the Six of Cups here that came out like this. Yeah, we are talking about a situation of the past. It might involve your family in a way or another. We might be talking about the backstabber being your family, but it might also be somebody else, but they might also have got close to your friends and your family and all of it in order to put pressure on you, try to keep you down, because it was all about humiliating you, right? They needed you to be humiliated. This person, in fact, was thinking that after they backstab you, so they are selling another narrative, and so they acted towards you. I kind of feel they wanted you to disappear. You understand it, however, you know who you were dealing with. If they just wanted you to be all closed off, depressed, mental institution, or if they wanted you to unalive, I don't know. One of both, right? But their way of thinking regarding how to do that, they projected themselves in the situation. And for them, if they were humiliated, they put into you feelings that you might even not have. You might not feel humiliated by anything of who you are. Because you live in alignment. You are not perfect. You make mistakes. Sometimes you stay for too long. Sometimes you have too much understanding. Sometimes you get angry when you would prefer, not to get angry. You might react in ways that, you don't always like the way that you react. It might be. But there is nothing here to be humiliated. But for someone ego-driven, so they thought that you would just, disappear, and so they put all their energy in trying to humiliate you, to create in you a feeling that doesn't exist in you, because there is no reason. There is no reason. Why should you feel humiliated? Yeah, and they used people of your past, whoever they could find for you to feel rejected, to feel judged, to feel humiliated. This was the idea. Tell me more here, please. Yeah. They were thinking, they were planning, right, in a way that reflects them, someone who is power hungry. The Hierophant is power hungry. This is, for example, a cult leader. This is a narcissist. This is someone who needs to have some kind of authority, and this is why they will do anything to be in authority. It is someone where you cannot question their authority, right? This is what this person wanted. This was their plan. And it was a plan, right? This is taking the time to think about, okay, how am I getting the results that I want? And it's interesting because here I just realized we have it kind of reminds me the image of the Six of Pentacles. They wanted you to beg them. You see? Yeah, they wanted you to feel very, very small and beg them. Yeah. Let's go for closure here. I kind of feel that we have a interesting layer coming up here with this backstabbing in reverse. Closure, please. Yeah. And we have this Empress coming out now. Yeah. The smear campaign trying to destroy you. Apparently, they didn't understand that your energy, your power, they didn't understand from where it comes. You are in alignment with yourself. As said, you might not be perfect. We are searching ourselves, right? But there is nothing that you should be humiliated of, right? They have a lot, apparently. So now, this backfiring, this court date, it's a catastrophe for them. Because let me remind you, they wanted you to be humiliated because they thought that if you were humiliated, you would end up crazy or unalive, which means that this is how they see humiliation. Now they are going through it. They are going through it. And it's a court date, which means that we are not talking about something that happened in a second, right? It's not a second. A court date, we are talking about years. This is years. Years of needing to deal with the humiliation that they were trying to provoke in you. The smear campaign, this is what they did. And they thought that it would work because, yeah, because they thought that you wouldn't be able to deal with humiliation, but they were just projecting. You know who you are, even if you know if you cannot say who you are, you know who you are not, right? You are abundant, you are safe, secure, you carry a very caring energy. With the Empress, we might be talking about a mother, but it doesn't have to be a mother. You can be in this energy of being truly somebody who cares for others. This is why I said that maybe before, you know, you might have stayed too long for some, in some situations in your life, tolerate too much, making excuses that you might be ashamed of, even though if you ask me, there is nothing to be ashamed of. But I know that some people feel ashamed about that. But there is nothing in your life that truly could humiliate you. No. If somebody is trying to do that, you look at those people and you lose respect for them. You are not even interested in them anymore. Right? Yeah. Anyway, the Empress is very independent, right? You don't need anyone. You might want to have people around you. It would be nice, but not at all cost, right? So, let's see here. Yeah, look. Very, very toxic cycle. This talks about gossip. This might talk about somebody who tried to put you in a third wheel situation, right? And this is what they were trying to hide, that in fact this was the backstabbing, that they didn't tell you that they were in another relationship. Might be the case. They are stuck because they are not learning their lessons. They want to get over things, not going through things, right? Yeah, lies, manipulations, all of it. Not saying the truth, being very cutthroat, judgmental, bitter, resentful, acting like a total fool. Yeah. Acting out of impulse, out of anger, out of ego. Relentlessly. Yeah, they thought that they could keep you stuck in a mental prison. Maybe they thought that they could put you in a mental institute. But no. I truly feel here that their technique was truly to make you feel so ashamed of yourself, so humiliated, that this would drive you crazy, right? Didn't work. No, it didn't work. You are still heading towards your 10 of Cups. Yeah. You are still heading towards your happily ever after. If already all of this, it didn't destroy your identity, it has reinforced your identity. I think that maybe before, you were just going through life. I think that now you love yourself because, first of all, you went through that. And second, because you cannot deny anymore the ugliness that there is in the world. And by contrast, I think that now you understand how precious you are, how special you are, right? Yeah. Ten of Cups, this is where you are heading toward. This is the energy that you're carrying. This is what you are manifesting. They wanted you to be totally closed off, down in the floor, and this is your energy, right? This is your energy. Yeah. Kind of feel here also that it says, this person might realize now that they will never be good enough for you, not because of who they are, but because of what they're doing, right? Who they became. And I'm saying that, because you might meet someone and see their potential and all of it. And I kind of very often feel that when we see somebody's potential, so of course it depends on your level of awareness. Some people just see potential because they are projecting. But if you have some kind of level of awareness, self-awareness, what you might be sensitive to, it is to this person's soul. And so you see their soul, and so you see the potential of this soul. But at the end of the day, someone who is numbing themselves out, who is all into ego, they will never reach their potential. They won't, right? Yeah, they thought that people would be confused and wouldn't be looking closely at what is happening. They thought that you would be dependent on them to somehow re-establish some kind of pride. Right? But this is what they didn't see. Queen of Wands, courageous, standing alone, knowing her value, self-confidence. Did I say courageous? Did I say courageous? You are a warrior. And you are intelligent and intuitive and independent. Look, we have the cat here. The cat represents independence. Right? And you don't avoid your shadows. You know your shadows. This is why you are so stable and balanced. You don't pretend to be someone that you are not. Yeah. The sun is here. The High Priestess is here. And we have the Three of Pentacles here. People talking about the fact that, in fact, they have been played. They have been played by this person, pretending to be kind, pretending that they have been heard. When in fact, it was all bullshit. It was all bullshit. They were not operating from their heart space. They were lying. And people are talking about it now. Yeah. They know that you are the truth, that you are in alignment, that you wouldn't lie, you wouldn't dirt yourself. They know. The sun is here. I will leave it here. I kind of feel that we have a clear image of what's going on here. It's interesting. So apparently you backstabbed them, right? I kind of feel that this is what they are saying, that you are the backstabber in the story. But it doesn't work anymore. This narrative doesn't stand anymore. So I hope that it was helpful. Maybe even healing. I'll see you in the comments. Wishing you a beautiful day. Until very, very soon. Bye.